It's your boy Warren B. Arthur, Pimp God, what your mama should have told you. And I wanted to chop up some game about this thing that pimps always say, but nobody ever really explained it. And perhaps this is the piece of information that has been explained, but I don't think it's in the forefront of people's minds. They don't really understand it. Now, okay, see how I can set this up. Imagine that you are communicating with a female, and let's say y'all texting, and you want to send her something that's heartfelt. You want to send her something that's heartfelt. Here's the reason that you don't send that message. Not because you're being stoic, not because you're creating an air of mystery. The reason that you don't send it is because if you send it based upon a desire for her to respond or react a certain way, then that's the wrong reason to send it. Like I could tell a chick that I care about, say, listen, I care about you. Or if I love her, I could tell her, like, I love you. It ain't taking nothing away from me. What I didn't say is that I walk down the street and just randomly tell bitches, hey, I love you, bitch. I just don't do shit like that, Hey, bitch, I love you, right? I just want you to know that, bitch. I don't do that because that would be crazy. But when I actually do care about a chick, right? And I feel it, right? Then I have a desire to express it. You see what I'm saying? And I'll express that to a chick if I feel that way about her. And you can love a chick that you haven't fucked. Very good. So, or care about her. It don't even have to be that deep or whatever, but you care about her, whatever. If you text her something intimate, something deep, something heartfelt, but you're doing it based upon a desire for or a hope for a particular response, then don't send that shit. Because you're sending it under the wrong pretense. If I send a chick something that might be humorous, but actually has some truth to it, right? When I send it to her, I'm sending it to her under complete control of myself, regardless. Can you say regardless? Regardless of how she responds or reacts. And if what I send to her, especially if it's in like a text form, it's got some humor to it, then the basis of whether or not you send it is if the primary motive for you sending it is because it's just funny to you, it's humorous to you. If it's humorous to you, it don't matter how the bitch responds. I'm sending it damn near for shits and giggles. That you send, that you say, that you display, that you do. You see what I'm saying? If I do something nice for a chick, I'm not doing it for her. Now, let's take your favorite thing off the table, pussy. And let's replace that with just a homeless guy. When I give to the homeless, I don't give to them so that they will give it back to me next week with interest. And when I give it to them, if I give them $5 or $10, I don't give it to them worried about what they're going to do with it. If they drink it, if they smoke it, if they can, if they wipe their ass with it. It's not of consequence to me, because I'm not giving it to them based upon some sort of reaction or response. I'm giving it to them because I operate from a place of abundance. All pimps operate from a place of abundance. Therefore, the female is not the rarity, the valued item or energy. He is. In fact, if you operate out of abundance, right, you let the energy of money or love or whatever flow through you. Because the secret to abundance is being a vortex for whatever it is, be it love, be it whatever. So love isn't incumbent upon her giving you a return for it. Just as love isn't a factor in whether or not I give to this homeless person. If it's in my heart to do so, I do it because it's in my heart to do so, not because I'm trying to get a particular reaction or response from her. What the homeless person does with this $5 is irrelevant to me. When I give because I'm connected to abundance. And in order for abundance to stay in my life, right, I don't hoard it. I'm not overly intentional with it. Like, if I do this for you, what you gonna do for me? Like dudes take chicks out. Okay, I took you out. I paid this, I paid that. So what do I get? Well, what I'm gonna get? You see what I'm saying? Abundance is more or less, first of all, it's for you. Okay? Second of all, when you operate from abundance and you allow it to flow through you to someone with a particular need, or just everybody has a human need, right, to be acknowledged or loved or whatever the case may be, where does your return come from? You don't even do it under the pretense of it coming from them. You do it under the pretense that it's coming from the universe. A pimp has mastered magnetism, and it's mental. He's mastered magnetism. And so if I go across the street from where I'm standing, and it's in the middle of the summer, it's, birds out, bees out, all that, and I set some honey out, and they get to smelling that honey or whatever, I'm going to attract bees. If I could sway the bees away from it, which at this point, if they got a taste, they probably gonna follow me across the motherfucking street. If I get up and I go across the street with that honey and I sit it there, some of them bees is gonna follow me across the street, and other bees that's closer to it on the other side is gonna swarm to it. So the bees are not as important as what attracts them. And as long as you got what attracts them, then it doesn't matter if this one or that one or that one or her sister or her cousin, right? Or her gammas, her grandma, you know what I'm saying? If they remove themselves or don't react a certain way, it doesn't matter. Because I don't do things for that purpose. When I give to female friends of mine, right? I give from the heart. Now, if there's any game involved, and like say I do something for a chick, and then because I have an abundance consciousness, that bitch starts showing me shit that she likes or that she wants. What do you think of this? Do you think this fits me? Do you think, what's your thoughts on it? And then we go through the conversation, and I say, based upon her frame, her shape, what kind of dresses or clothes fit her the best, and we go through all of that. But if, on the flip side, her motive was to try to see would I jump at the opportunity every time she shows a want or a need that I'm willing to jump at that, right? Then the next time, if she shows me something when she showed me something before and I looked out for her, so okay, well, yeah, get that, but you, what shoes you wearing? Oh no, that mom, you need some new shoes. Then get her the shoes, you know what I'm saying, a little clutch purse. Don't cost no whole motherfucking lot, especially where you shop at, right? And spend a couple coinage, you know what I'm talking about? I ain't even talking about $100. See? Right, a little something, you know what I'm saying? 1 2 1 2, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I spend more on that in DoorDash in a fucking day. Stop it. Sometimes in one delivery, depending on if I'm getting seafood and how what I'm wanting, you know what I'm saying? So whatever, right? Hey. So, get a bitch a dress and some shoes sometimes with a little clutch person send her on her way. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, gist of it is this. When she shows me something again, thinking that she gonna get the same reaction, right? Then I might give her some game on what best fits her or suits her. But I'm not about to offer to pay because I smell a slight, tinge of game. Right? And if she asks me straight up, then I know what it is. Say, oh, okay. So you think that I'm one of these American tricks. No, I don't think that. I don't was it. Okay, but just because I looked out for you in the other situation, I was just trying to help. You know what I mean? Well, that's why I don't ask people for things. But you just did. Now this didn't happen, but I'm just saying, right? I let a bitch know, you know what I'm saying, what it is and what it's not. You know what I'm talking about? But the gist of it is that when I give, I don't give just like the text. You don't do it with the intention of getting something back. Make sure, here's the point, make sure that when you give, be it love, be it affection, whatever, that you're doing it first and foremost for yourself. that you're doing it first and foremost for yourself. You see what I'm saying? That's important. Now, in terms of this concept of the pimp mindset. So what is the honey then that attracts the bees? Because when you attracting bees, ain't no particular bee, right, that is not going to be attracted to the honey. So it ain't no particular bitch that you can't attract or do without. You see what I'm saying? So the mindset, the self-image that a man has of himself is just like the text. You don't build a self-image that is powerful and attracting to attract bitches. You do it because it's going to put you in alignment with the lifestyle, the money, the opportunity that you want to attract. Let a bitch be a bystander of your consciousness, not a motivation. Bars. Let her be an addition to your consciousness, not the focus. And just like with the text, you don't send her something intimate unless it's for you. And you don't build a strong self-image that she might be attracted to unless it's for yourself. Let me tell you something about a bitch. A bitch might not choose. Kenny Red said, yeah, I gotta get my hair cut. I gotta do this, you know what I'm saying? And see if I can catch me a nice, pretty young bitch. You know what I mean? Somebody that might like. Could be not. That might like this pimping. Because it ain't the haircut. It's the mindset. It's the self-image. That's the honey. Don't build a solid self-image for a bitch. You build it for yourself. Very, very self-centeredly. With complete self-centeredness, you create the attraction for what it is that you want. And let a broad just be an addition to that. Or not. Like I said, if I move the honey from this side of the street to the other side of the street, some of them bees gonna follow me across the motherfucking street. But some might not. You know what I'm saying? So, but it don't matter. The ones that don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't do it for them. Don't create conscious honey to attract any particular bee. And don't doubt your honey because one of those bees don't, come to it. So the same way that you attract bees with honey, you attract honeys, right, with a positive self-image that's strong and magnetic, right? But there is no particular female that you can't do without. Because whether she stays or leaves, you're still going to be magnetic. Honey is still going to be honey. One of the things that females do is they will feel attracted to you. And because of their programming or whatever the case, or man, or whatever the case may be, right, she might try to act like it ain't when it is. Okay? Let me tell you something about that bitch. If that bitch actually felt that energy, right? That bitch is going to, if she's still in proximity, she's going to remember that energy. Not your haircut, not your clothes, but your energy. And if she comes across it again and you still vibing right, you know what I'm saying, she gonna remember how it magnetized her. Sometimes a person can be hungry or need something and you offer it and they say what? No, that's okay. It's called pride. And a lot of times when bitches don't follow the honey, right, it's called game. And sometimes certain bees, right, you have to catch them on the back end. Because you don't chase bitches. You attract them. She might not come this time. For whatever the fuck reason. But then when she doesn't, or she does something that might be hurtful to you or what have you, she's going to do something. She's going to sit back and she's going to watch to see if you doubt your own honey. Because a certain bee or certain bees didn't come. So she gonna sit back and she gonna be watching you to see if you doubt yourself, if you doubt your own honey. Now let me tell you something. Why bees and honey is such a perfect analogy for females. Because women are attracted, right, to a strong, positive masculine consciousness. Because they're the receiving principle. Right? So understand the part that might catch a chick on the back end is when she sees that you're still honey while that bitch is on the other side of the street starving. And a lot of bitches are starving for real light. Real light, masculine light, developed light. So for whatever reason, certain bees don't attract to you or don't whatever. It don't even fucking matter. Because you don't do it for them. Just like the text. You send it or you give it or you share it for selfish reasons. When I give to the homeless, I know that my gift is going to come from the universe. When I bought that chick that dress, I spent more on Monty's shoes. Monty's shoes was over $100. Just her Nikes. I didn't give a fuck. Because that's just what I felt like doing at the time. Right? People who have an abundance consciousness, they don't harp on any particular thing. They don't harp on any particular female. They don't harp on any particular whatever. So that positive, strong self-image, the way that you see yourself. Now here's the honey part of it. Here's the sweet part of it. Your body has to feel like that. And that's the part where meditation comes in. You got to get your body used to feeling like the image that you've set for yourself. What does that feel like in your body? You got to get your body feeling that way. You see what I'm saying? A chick that might not normally choose you, I was so fucking good at this shit. But I ain't on that page no more. I could turn that shit on though. Even though bitches is weird as fuck now, I was just dope with that shit. I could even get a bitch to think twice about whether or not she would normally fuck with, a dude like me. Whatever that is, because bitches got different things that they're attracted to, right? So, but your energy is what'll make her think. Because this is what a chick is really doing when you are chopping it up with her, if she's new. What she's really doing, more than your height and your style, what she's really, 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 really contemplating is how the fuck she feels. That's the real decision maker. It's how the fuck she's feeling. Most bitches don't know, so you decide for them. Right? Don't be aggressive. Don't be too much this. Be honey. Right? You don't throw honey on bees. You don't have to do no shit like that. Just sit it within the proximity. You don't attack bees with honey. You attract bees with honey. Right? So kill the aggressive shit. It's cool to, Ron Wills talks about hollering at chicks. That's good practice. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about on an esoteric level in terms of consciousness. A chick that might not normally be attracted to a certain dude might be attracted to a certain dude's energy. And she knows within herself if she feels attracted to you or something in her is moved. She knows that if it's true or not. She feels it. Now, for whatever reason, she might not allow herself to follow that. Right? But if you prove over time to be authentic, the most important thing you have to be in terms of consistency is in your what? Your vibration. The way that your body feeling a certain way is what's emitting or emoting a certain frequency. Now, some chicks ain't gonna be attracted to that frequency, and that's okay. But never create, right? Honey just for the sake of attracting bees. Create honey, right, because you like honey, right? Like I like honey in my tea, right? And bitch involved. I like honey in my tea. Whatever you do it for you. This is something that Dr. Scott talked about a lot. That when he would hang out with certain chicks, he'd be like, "Yeah, let's do this, let's do that. Get dressed like this, whoop-de-woo." He was doing it for real for himself. He would take a chick out and show her probably restaurants and shit she ain't never seen before. Take her into different, places and whatnot. But he was doing that shit for him because he was just feeling like that tonight. Hey, what you doing? Yeah, he could stand your company. Share this moment with me that I want to create for me. See? My last thought, a woman was created to be an orbiter. And a man was created to be orbited. You don't orbit a bitch. A woman was created to be an orbiter. A man was created to be orbited. Don't get mad if a certain bee isn't attracted to your honey. Because you ain't sweet for her any motherfucking way. Create the best version of yourself for you. Always. Thanks for listening. It's your boy Warren B.